Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How you all doing today? I hope everybody's fine and dandy. Not doing too awful bad here in old Kentucky. It's Sunday. It's about 1 o'clock. It's actually 2 minutes till 1 o'clock. So I thought I'd come out here in the old garage and see what we can get into. And what we got in front of us today is an old chainsaw. I'm thinking it's around 1979, 1980. And this chainsaw is a little unique to me because it says Sweden right here. So I don't know if that means it was made in Sweden or what. I believe you pronounce it Johnsards. I'm probably butchering it. But that's the way it sounds out to me. Johnsards. I never heard of it. This is actually my son's. He got it he was doing some horse trading. It was kind of the little part of that deal. You know how that goes. But yeah, the previous owner said it needed a coil, and so that's probably what it does need. For one thing, I got looking at it briefly the other day, and noticed that the whole things here's broke off going to the coil. But I thought we'd get inside of it and see what's going on and see if we possibly can get lucky, maybe solder the wires back. I don't know how far into the coil it's broke off, so we'll just have to see and maybe get some numbers and stuff, and so we can get on the inner screens and see if we can get apart. So I very doubt we'll get this running today, but at least we'll get inside of it and look and see what she does. It's got a pretty good sized bar on it, which is pretty neat. Spin it around here. Get you to look at the other side, which is kind of plain Jane. It's a 49 SP. Like I said, it's got a pretty beefy bar on it. Look at some of the controls here. It's got a little switch here on and off, and here's the choke. So pretty self-explanatory. This is where I guess you would add the fuel, which it looks pretty clean inside, so that's pretty good. No little surprises in there. So, but also, guys, today is a great day. If you have, if any of you guys out there or watch a lot of my videos, you all would know that we've been plagued with car problems here at Redneck Ways, and first, my clutch went out. Me and my son, we took a nice day to go fishing and take the boat out. And when we brought it back in about midnight, we backed the old truck up and hooked up to it and went to proceed to pull the boat out of the water when my clutch just fell on its face. So it needed, we believe it, the slave cylinder went out, which, if you know anything about Rangers, the slave cylinder is in the transmission. So the transmission had to be dropped anyway, so we end up putting a new clutch, throw out bearing, pressure plate, end up putting that new slave cylinder in, end up putting a new hydraulic line, and also putting the hydraulic clutch master cylinder in. So we did get that. We got that back together and up and running last weekend. But other hand, a week later went by, and my son, he has a little Subaru. Well, the Subaru spun her bearing. So we was both out with our cars down, and it just wasn't one of those little things like an alternator or starter. They were pretty, big problems, and it's going to take a lot of time and a little bit of money. So we hurried up and tried to hurry up. We got the little Ranger going, so my son would have something to drive back and forth to work. So what happened was, sons end up driving their dad's truck. I started driving my dad's truck, and then when we got the Ranger fixed, my son drove my truck. So we've been doing that for about 3 weeks. Well, last night, I know I'm getting to it, guys. I'm getting to the end of the story. Last night, I ran out and helped my son finish up a few little things, and more or less I was just there for company. And because he was just needing to button up a few things, like put the alternator and stuff back on. And this morning he fired her up, guys, and she's running good. So thank God for that. It's always a nightmare when your daily driver is broke down. But both vehicles are back on the road, and I mean, that's a big relief off our minds. But I'll put in some video. I think I got a small clip video I want to put in here of his car and what it looked like up on the jacks. And then I think I got a couple little pictures, snapshots of the motor when he had it pulled out and when it put back in. So I want to put that back in. And I'm really proud of my son. He has really went from working on those little motors on the front porch to really becoming an excellent mechanic. And it's all self-taught. No schooling or nothing. Only thing I can take credit for is I believe I put the interest in his mind, and I had a few old tools laying around, and he really took an interest and started picking those tools up and really getting busy and learning. So I tried to supply everything I possibly could to him to help him out and learn things like a welder. And that's one thing, guys. If y'all out there and y'all got like a 12, 13-year-old son, they're bored, you can run up Harbor Freight and get one of their $99 welders and go get some scrap metal and get him or her a hood. That way, you know, you got to protect your eyes, but put them out there welding. It's really got my son. He has really, really exceeded in welding, self-taught. And I would trust any weld he would do. But anyway, guys, that's enough of that. And like I said, I'll post a couple of those pictures. And it is, like I said, a happy day here at Redneck Ways. So let's pop this open and let's see what's going on. Let me get you all setting up here and get you all comfy. So I think I'm going to position you up here on the toolbox. Alrighty, guys, I think you can see pretty good. Let me zoom it in a little bit here, see what that looks like. Alright, I think y'all can see. Alright. I know one thing is battery. I've got on trickle charge. It's going to be in the way. So let me scoot that a little further over here. It's that time of year when you got to put your batteries on trickle charge. Cold weather is here. Alright. So the first thing you need to do is I'm going to have to run over and get my glasses. I always forget those. Alrighty. So like I said, I think this is a 1979. It's either a late 70s, early 80s chainsaw. Once we get in here and get some numbers, we'll find out a little bit more about it. It's got a Carlton chain. Looks like, I don't know. It's got a little symbol of a chain. It says Carlton. It's got a Balch spark plug, which is loose, which tells me somebody has been working on it. At least they probably took the plug out. It's got a Balch plug. Let's see if I can get the tip off. The tip's up in the plug. Huh. Maybe that's the way it's made. Not for sure. So we definitely know that we're going to have to try to attach that back to the coil. Let's put the plug back in so we don't get debris. Alright, let's take the first thing is take this cover here off. Let me see if y'all can see. I have to climb up here every time. Oh yeah, you can see. Alright. Let's see what the carburetor looks like. There's that. And there's the air filter. Got a couple bolts there for that to come off. Let's see here. Let's see if we can go ahead. Looks like we're missing one bolt on the shroud. We'll need some Allen wrenches. Hope everybody's doing good out there in YouTube land. Everybody's well. Gotta get me a little something to put these screws in. This is a, let's see, 3/16 Allen wrench hex bolt. This chainsaw seems like it's made pretty well. It's made better than my other one. Feels like it's made a lot better than this one here, this Wood Shark by Poland. But this one though is pretty good chainsaw. I've cut a lot of lumber with this, a lot of logs. It does need a carburetor gone through, and what's weird about that is I've got one identical to this, and back in the last winter actually, I helped a gentleman clear off a fence line so he can get his cattle back in, and we used this chainsaw here. Well, the blade, we dulled the blade pretty fast. We cut, like I said, some bigger logs, and a lot of them, and he took the blade in to get sharpened. Well, not only did that shop talk him into buying him a steel chainsaw, this one never ran right since. The carburetor was fine when he took it in the shop. Now I'm having problems with it. It's had problems with it ever since it came back out of that shop. So I don't know. I'm not going to say that somebody did something to it or nothing or like that, but something happened. So I've got to go through the carburetor on that, and I actually got a new Chinese one if I need to put on, but really like to stay clear of those if I can. Sometimes you just can't do. Got to do it. I still haven't got my boat motor right. I've 3 carburetors later, and it'll start and it'll sit there and idle and run, but it misses and it just ain't burning the fuel right. And I've adjusted as much as I can with the jets. It's not for that motor, and I think it's pushing too much fuel, and I've got the fuel turned way down on it and everything. You just have to be here and smell how it's flooding. Something's going on. But anyway, back to this. Let's take this off. All right, looks like it's well used. And here is the coil. So that was pretty easy to get to. So let's get the coil out and see if we can solder it up. It's on tight, so, well, that one wasn't. So let's see here. the screen. Kinda. Can y'all see the coil? Yeah. There's lots of just yuckiness in here. Looks like it's been used a lot, which that's good. That's what they're built for. It had debris an inch thick here. Try to get a little bit of that out of there. Man, that sucker broke off way down in there, guys. All right, here's what we're looking at, guys. Here's the coil, and look, it's actually broke off way down in there. See, here's that part, and I guess it just goes in there, and I don't even know how. It looks like it was down in there. Way this has got compressed lines there. It's been compressed, but it don't want to go really down in there. So what could a person do? I wonder if we could drill that out just a little bit. Wonder if we can try to drill that out just a tad where this will fit down, and then kind of skin that wire back a little bit. Let me go get my drill bits. Let's set this aside. Alrighty, we're back. Let's see which one fits the best here. That one's going to be too big. That one might work. We'll try this one. This one is a 1/8, I believe. No, 15/64. I don't know where I'm at on the camera. Right there. Anywhere there y'all can see. All right. Try to keep this at an angle, or at a 90-degree angle somehow. That's a little better. that's too much. I think that'll be all right. I think I can see copper down in there. Yeah, there's definitely copper here. So if we can get that wire, touched. If we can get that wire, I don't know if y'all can see in there or not, but there's a piece of copper where it connects to the coil. If we can get this wire stripped back enough and get it down in here to touch, which I'm going to draw out even a little bit bigger, I think. No, that's good and tight. That's where we want it. All right. So we need to strip this back and try to get it on that piece of copper. So if the coil's not dead itself, I think we definitely have a shot of fixing this. See if we can get this peeled back. Y'all can see. I wish I had a mirror back there. All right. Guys, so we got a nice piece of wire. So what I need to do is try to just kind of make this go around like a snake, swirl it around like a snake, and hopefully that'll touch and make contact with the other wire down there. That's what we're hoping for. Put a little liquid wrench here to make it slide a little easier. And if this works, I'll take this back loose and super glue it if we get that lucky. So now we need our saw back. Yes. Let's put our kill switch back on. Which way did that come out? Can't remember what side it was on. It has to be this side. Get our kill wire back on. Make sure that thing's pushed all the way down. Good and tight. Probably should put the bolts back in first, and then we can push down on it a little tighter. One's missing a washer. Yeah, we'll push that down farther we can get. Get everything lined back up. Put our screws back in. I think I got that one wrong. I think this longer bolt goes on the top. I'm not for sure. One is missing. That's good and tight. That one's good and tight. Alright guys, let's pull this plug. Stick it in here. And see which way's on the switch, which it don't say. It's got a little arrow that somebody carved in it. So I'm taking that's the on position. And let's see what we get. Man, it's awkward. Oh, we got fire, guys. Yes, we do. She's got a lot of compression. Can we pull it? Oh, God. Yeah. We got good spark. If I can just get the set there close enough to show you. I don't think I'll be able to. Yeah, she's got good fire, guys. I don't know if you can see. Let's see if I can. If I can just get that thing positioned. Every time I move it moves. Alright, that ain't gonna work. Come on. It just I need a little spark tester. Well, it seems like we have lost spark. I don't know how. Alright guys, I'm going to take it apart one more time and see what happened. We were getting spark, now it ain't. So, be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Now, you guys that works on these all the time probably saw that I did one crucial mistake when I put that back together the first time. And I forgot to set the gap. But that wasn't the reason why it lost fire. I think it's just not going to work, guys. It's hit and miss. So where that wire's not, you know, on there ground, you know, it's not soldered or it's just floating. So that's not going to work. It's a hit and miss. Kind of stinks because really there's nothing wrong with the coil, just where it's broke off down in there. But this is made in Italy. So I don't even know if a person can still buy this. I'm going to do some research and see if we can get a coil for it. Or maybe, I don't know, I may think and maybe cut this down here and see if I can get inside there and solder it. I'm on the fence about what to do. So let me get it all buttoned up, and we'll get this and finish this little video. Guys, I got thinking, I'll show the ones that haven't never changed one of these before, how you can change a coil. Let's just pretend this was a new one. So we'll put that right there. I think my son's here. I think he brought his car over. First time back on the road today. So I shall return. Alrighty. But what I was saying, you just put your card in between the stator and the coil. Just put it right there in between, like that. In between. I'll do it again. I don't think it was on film. Just run it right between. Can't really get. Like that, and push it up tight. And then put your bolts in. There's one. Get it started. And then when you're getting ready to lock it down, take and push it down real good and tight. There you go. Tighten her down, and it's set at your gap. And most of the time, a credit card, or not a credit card, but a business card works every time. It's the right gauge. And I'll go ahead and tighten these by hand the rest of the way. There's that. Get the. Make sure I did everything. Let's get it buttoned back up. And we're definitely going to have to order a coil. That put line back in there. There we go. Kind of pulling the string to get locked in. There we go. There our screws in. Just like that. Tighten everything down. And we are back together once again. So now let's see if she'll spark off for us this time. It's been hit and miss. So. Push down on that thing. It's like sometimes I can mess with the switch here too, and I don't know. It's all right, guys. I'm back. I actually forget where we were. I had to do some errands real quick. Okay, guys. If I remember right, I put everything back together. Checked everything. Now, it seems like it's getting fire sometimes and missing. If I hold it like right here, I'm not getting fire. If I hold it up here, right on the block or the intake, it's getting fire. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's getting fire all the time or what. So best thing to do for us, let's put a little bit of gas in it and see what it does. But I'm pretty sure we're going to have to try to find a coil for it, guys. But let me set you guys up here, and I'll put some gas in it, and we'll see what she does. All right. I think y'all can see there. Where'd you put the... Let's put the air filter back on, just to be on the safe side. If she does start. Put the cap back on her. That's back on. Probably got that too tight because that rubber grommet's about gone. Break it. There we go. Let's open her up. We'll just put a little bit of gas in it. And we'll see what it's doing. We'll just put enough in it to get her running. If it'll start. And while that's absorbing some fluids, let's get the plug put back in. Which my Harbor Freight kit that I bought just for small engine repair, I have already lost the spark plug socket. Those never last long with me. I always lose them. I've probably had 100 of those in my lifetime, and I couldn't tell you where none of them are. That's kind of hard to get into too. I got wire pliers to get down in there. Really, I don't. Maybe I can do it with these needle nose. Yeah, that'll snug it up. Alrighty. Put our plug on. Get that good tight. Push that down as far as she'll go. She's on. We got her choked. So, get y'all sit down here so you can see what's going on. I don't know if let's see what it does. It don't have no prime button or nothing. So we may need to put a little gas down in the throat of it. So let's take that back off. Should have left it off for a minute. I wasn't thinking about that part of it. It's got a weird carburetor. Let's see. I don't really see how. Is that the... Okay, I see it. Okay. Alrighty, guys. If you guys do not have this special tool here, a Black Magic squirt bottle, then you must get one. It is a fuel injector. See? Alright, guys. Back to seriousness. Let's spray some this down in here, down in the carburetor. Now let's choke it. And let's see what it does. Woo! Well, I think it's getting fired. Choke it. Squirt a little gas in it. we may have to make a part 2 on this, guys. We may have to tear into the carburetor. Choke it. Choke it. Let's do it one more time. Put a little bit more gas in it. May have flooded it. Choke. I think we flooded it, guys. I'm gonna fall off this 5-gallon bucket I'm standing on. Alright, we flooded her. So, we'll make a part 2 to this, guys. I was just going to see in this video today what if I needed to order a coil. I'm still on the fence on that, and I probably need to look one up and see what. My breath, sorry guys. Maybe I should look one up, see what if I can find one and how much it would be. And it's Italy, so it's probably gonna be expensive. But let's go ahead and just button it back. I think I flooded it. I sprayed way too much gas in there. But she did lick off. So on the next one, guys, I'll do a little bit more tinkering on it off camera. Make sure she's still, you know, getting constant fire. Still a little concerned about that. And I'd probably need to take that out anyway, super glue that down in that hole so it don't move. And we'll make a part 2 to it, and we'll go to the carburetor as soon as I 100% know the coil is good. So that's where we're at, guys, on this Johnson's Sweden chainsaw. So I hope everybody's had a great weekend. I hope everybody's doing good. And until next time, guys, I will see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye, guys. Have a great week coming. Bye.